Hello and welcome to Words to the Mothers. I'm Zena, mum blogger behind wordstothemothers.com, and this is what's coming up. It's brilliant. I'll be catching up with CBeebies Fern Corrigan. She likes to kayak to the pub, you know. Remember the pub? Later, I'll be sampling lower alcohol wines with Ruth Wiles of Clifton Wine School. But before all that, let's have a bit of potty talk. Okay, time for a bit of potty talk. But before that, let me introduce our mum mates for the week. We have mum mate number 1, Kate Horvath. Give us a wave, Kate.
Hello.
And we have mum mate number 2, Anna Hughes, fabulous woman behind fabulous blog, Banana in My Hair. Give us a wave.
Hi.
In the potty, we have questions relating to this week's theme, which is school holidays. Kate, may I come to you first?
Okay, thank you.
Pick a question.
Right, here we go. Let's see. Do you have childcare or family help over the school holidays? If so, is this a sanity saver or come with its own problems? Right, good question, by the way. Very good.
I wrote them all.
My family don't live particularly close by, so I don't have the kind of mum that I can call on a regular basis. She's great, she comes down, but it's a bit trickier. So I have got the most wonderful childminder who does the baking of the cupcakes, does the crafts, does all those activities that I just don't really have time or the inclination to do. So I have to say sanity saver for me.
Can I have a number?
No, you can't. She's mine until they're 18 at least.
Yeah, keep her until they're 18.
She's staying.
Oh, that's handy. That's really good.
Yeah.
What about you, Anna?
I have a mother-in-law down the road, which is very, very good. I'm very lucky. I think she might watch this, so I'm going to be very polite. But no,
You let rip, Anna. You let rip.
no, she's great. She has our kids. Well, my youngest, who's 3, every Monday, which is brilliant. And we've done a couple of sleepovers as well recently with the kids, where she's come to stay at the house, and we've had a bit of a night out where we don't have to rush home, worrying about the babysitter sitting up. So yeah, I can't complain.
A couple of nights out, that's good.
Yeah,
that's really
proper
good.
nights out.
Wow.
As well. Like I was home, I think it was 10:30.
10:30?
Yeah.
Dirty stop out.
That is my dream. That is the holy grail for us. Mine don't sleep, so that's never going to happen. Okay, are you ready for yours?
Okay,
Pick us a question, read it out loud.
let's do this. Do you generally plan a family trip away, home or abroad, over the course of the school holidays? Yes, we do. I think it's good to get a change of scenery.
Yeah.
But the thing that, for me, every time we go away, I'm all excited. Yeah, you pack your bags and everything. It's really good. And I get that excitement I always had before I had kids, about going away. But I still can't quite get over the fact that when you get to your destination, it's not a holiday, really. It is like it's the same stuff you have at home.
Oh, good
at a
stuff.
different place.
Yeah.
Same stuff, different
Place, which
yeah.
is definitely a thing.
Yeah.
And so I spend the first part of the holiday kind of grieving a little bit for what holidays once were.
Holidays of the past.
Yeah, and I can't keep doing it. I mean, my eldest is 5, and I'm still doing this. Like every year we go away, and every year I get this shock, like, what? I've got to look after children and clean after them, and
Yeah, and washing.
Yeah, the washing. That is my dread at the end, the pile of washing. And you just think, was it worth going away? But yes, I think it is.
Yeah.
There are enough good bits to make it.
Exactly.
Okay, if you're lucky.
So, is it my turn?
It is.
Right. Get myself a question. Do you have a go-to bit of kids' telly / film choice when the going gets fraught? Wow. Yes, I do. I have several bits. For me, it's not so much CBeebies, but Ben and Holly,
Okay.
a bit longer. I can get a cup of tea, maybe use the loo. For me, if I really, really think I've got to do something now because I am going to lose my stuff, I will dig out a film, probably like Dumbo. They both love Dumbo.
Oh, yeah.
Jungle Book, Zootropolis.
And all of them watchable as an adult. That's the nice thing. I think that's the key, isn't it? For me, if I ever see another Peppa Pig episode again, it's too soon. I'm just so over that.
Do you find that when you see a new one, you go, oh, I haven't seen this?
Yeah.
Do you ever do that thing when you come down after bath and bed and you realise, I've been watching Peppa Pig for
Yeah. Forget to turn it off.
and a laugh. So, shall we have a toast?
Yes.
I think so.
Let's toast a bit of CBeebies and a decent wine range at your local supermarket.
Lovely.
Cheers to that.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Okay, so joining me now is Fern Corrigan, presenter of CBeebies My Pets and Me. Welcome, Fern.
Thank you for having me. Very happy to be in my throne.
Do you like your throne?
I do, yeah.
Oh, especially for you and this.
Well, thanks. Favourite.
Makes you very at home. Yeah. So were you always animal mad, even as a kid?
Oh yeah, definitely. I'd always have pets, you know, I'd have kind of like a rabbit or something like that, and we rescued a cat when I was younger, and I think because both my parents just love animals, it really kind of encouraged it for me. And my mum used to take me, because I was born in London, to the Natural History Museum all the time, and I just loved it there. I used to cry though at the stuffed cats, though I was not a fan of them.
Really?
But
did they freak you out?
yeah, and it was just really sad, and I was like,
How old are
But,
you? 18?
yeah, I still do. I can't go down that corridor.
Yeah, I find them a bit weird.
Yeah.
It's like taxidermy or something. You think, oh no, I don't like it.
It is.
Yeah.
And so that used to upset me only because an animal had died. Yeah, always been animal mad, and I found out meat was from animals, so I stopped eating it. So I've
Really?
never really eaten it. Yeah.
Never eaten meat. So how did you get your break into television presenting?
I got my first break with the NHU in Bristol on a children's programme, and children's was never something I'd ever kind of thought about because I'd always been so science and wildlife based. So I was running in that and making props and things, and I just loved it because it was just pure chaos.
Yeah.
And like everyone was just like really happy and excited to be there.
Yeah.
And then that got me really interested, and it's like, well, why not try get involved with science and wildlife programming then for children, because that's the perfect kind of audience to educate and instill a love of these things for kind of the future in a way. And it's bonkers, and no day's the same, so I really do love
and
it.
kids are hungry for it, aren't they? They're
Yes.
sort of naturally kind of keen to listen.
Yeah, definitely, and they're more than happy to go pick up worms and snails and stuff like that in their back garden, and you know, they have their own snails as pets and ladybirds as pets as well, which you hear of, and I just love it because I used to be like that as well. But I used to also lick the frost off leaves and things, which is probably a bit strange. And I'm like looking back, you're like to my mom, I'm like, why did you let me do that? Like,
I won't put it that way.
yeah.
Years of therapy. We'll move on. Have you got a favourite expedition of anything you've done?
So far, hands down, we went to the Galapagos last year, and it was a place that I never thought I'd ever be able to go. It was pure solid adventure. So we went out to, it was like a 17 hour boat ride. I was dying on it, apparently. I didn't know. I get horrendously seasick. And so
that's not
I
good.
know. So we were like living on this little boat 16 hours away from any kind of civilization on an uninhabited island, and we had the two kids and their families on the boat as well, so it was really intense. But it was fantastic because we filmed children interacting with these incredibly rare animals.
Is it funny sort of looking back thinking, you know, God, this is how far you've come, you're on telly now?
I kind of don't look at, I don't know, I don't kind of reflect on what I've done. Like, I'll look back on adventures and things, but at the same time it's a bit surreal, so if I start thinking about it, you're like, what?
Yeah, I suppose you don't polarise it, it's just life has evolved, obviously.
So I've had like the most wonderful adventures, but I'm looking forward. I'm always kind of seeing, you know, what's next.
So is there an animal or an insect or a reptile or anything you just think, I can't go anywhere near it?
I used to be quite like that with spiders. So apparently when I was younger, I used to love spiders, and I'd always be playing with them, and my mum then showed me what they look like up close, and so I saw their faces, and that was it. I was like, oh my gosh, get them away from me. They're horrible things with their massive fangs and everything. I just went ape. But then I realised it's a stupid phobia to have. So I think I was terrified of them for about 16 years, and there was a spider anywhere near me, I'd go into a blind panic. And so I started then, it was actually when I moved to Manchester, one of my friends had a flatmate who had a pet tarantula. And I was just like, I need to sort this out. I'm just going to hold her.
Yeah.
And there's just...
Did you?
Yeah, I did. But like, so he picked her up and put her on my hand, but one of my other friends was like holding my hand steady, and I just remember being like this, and you're like, no, you can't shake it or else she'll get a fright.
Wow.
And so you're just like this, and you have in the back of your head, you're like, if you drop this tarantula, it will pop on the floor. Because they've got like an external skeleton, so literally just burst.
Really?
And obviously you don't want to do that to someone else's pet or any tarantula at all.
No.
So it was just like this, and you've just got that in the fear, and you just don't want her walking towards me. But
Oh, I'm itching.
yeah, I know. But they're actually really soft. I couldn't believe it.
Really?
Like, they're really light and they're
So
very,
hairy.
very dainty. Yeah.
Last night, actually, there was one that scuttled out of our ensuite, like by the bed, and I out of the corner of my eye, I thought, there's a mouse. And it was massive.
Yeah.
And I'm actually not that bad, but I had to call my other half. I was like something out of Tom and Jerry, standing on the bed.
Shrieking with your like striped stockings, being like,
Yeah, with a broom.
yeah.
Time for a quick break, but don't go away because there'll be more from Fern in part 2.